So very warm welcome to my panelists, to the audience here in the Stuttgart Arena and to the audience in India. So my name is Ralf Eichhorn. I'm the moderator of this panel that is dedicated to the topic of startup, and we named it the Indo-German Accelerator. From regional startup ecosystem we will talk up to international market. And I'm very happy to be as Economic Development Officer of the City of Karlsruhe with me, all panelists, and we start from here now. We start with Mr. Volker Hasbargen. He is the president of the Chamber of Commerce and Industry in Karlsruhe. He's a successful entrepreneur himself and acting already international. Mr. Hasbargen, the first question comes to you. Karlsruhe and the so-called technology region are known for their dynamic and innovation ecosystem and a technologically and sustainably oriented startup scene. How do you see the significance of this for economic development in your region, and how important are startups with new technologies and their significance for transformation and sustainability? A long question, maybe we can ask it in a short time.
Well, good evening to everybody here and especially in India. My name is, as said, Volker Hasbargen from the Chamber of Commerce in Karlsruhe. Startups. We have a huge base of traditional industry already, but they all started as a startup, so we have the tradition for startups since more or less since centuries. If you look to all the hidden champions, they all started as small companies, sometimes in the typical garage thing. Today, we have a huge environment for startups and to help because of different things. First of all, we have an excellent university called Karlsruhe KIT. This is especially for startups. They can spin off from there, and the chamber and all the participants, from the mayors till the land, Baden-Württemberg, we all try to force startups to get into real business. For example, my institution has an own building for that, where we have about 30 different startups, just with a lower rentage, with low rent, and with additional experts from the traditional industries to help them. So, Karlsruhe is one of the best places to go for young startups.
Thank you so much, and a lot has been talked in the morning and today about the startup, and we have a startup with us, and this is the question goes to Anuradha Nimbalkar. She gained a lot of experience as an international artist, designer, and entrepreneur. Today, she represents the company Unbox, successful in India and maybe looking on the market in Germany. So, the question goes to you. Please give us a brief introduction into your product and your Indian company. I think that's very important to understand. And you look not only to Indian market, even to the German. So may you can explain something about your ideas or next steps.
First of all, I said thank you to everyone, and thank you to Start Karlsruhe and TV9. And yes, my product is Unbox, which is not only the art-based, and is through my experience, basically I'm an artist, so I checked is not only the art-based activity, but is innovative. Not only for the kids, but it's for the entrepreneur too. It's from kids to old age and then entrepreneur. So this journey, through my journey, I checked, okay, is in India, Unbox in India, it's very successful. It's collaboration with schools, museums, and many centers. So I bring here in Germany, I am looking forward. Why? Because in Germany, here is entrepreneur center is really good, and I experiment with many centers, and yes, they like it, and it's really out of thinking, and more who are in the startup, who are in the creative mind, who want something creativity in own startups or companies, and yeah. So Unbox is a perfect for the all entrepreneur centers, and we are ready to collaborate with them. Thank you.
So thank you. So from our experience, give these startups a heart and give them an opportunity to present. And that is already what I think that makes Mittelstand happen, really. So we come to the next startup. So now we look to a Karlsruhe company. I invited and asked Sven Asmussen. He's the founder of the Karlsruhe company and startup Only Greens, focusing on the future of farming. I think an interesting topic, with the product of a vertical farming rack. Sven, question about your own product and the German startup would be fine to present a little bit. And now you have taken already and participated in our India Karlsruhe Accelerator German program in February 2025. The experience, maybe.
Thank you, Ralph, for the introduction, and yes, thank you for having me here. Yeah, like already said, I am having a technology-focused vertical farming startup. So I'm building vertical farming racks where you can farm, for example, microgreens. I have here, this is like, for example, broccoli. So I provide the technology to small farmers in Germany who are then have the chance to put new fresh produce all year long in their shops. So that's kind of the point at the moment. And I had also the honor to study in Karlsruhe at the KIT, and I'm also sitting at the moment with my startup on 20 square meter in a startup center. And I started it not in the garage, I started it in my rented flat for 2 years. So I built everything up there, hold the cost low, low burn rate to make this possible. And yeah, so far the startup is bootstrapped, so no investors or something are involved. Yeah. And secondly, I had the honor to, like it was already said, come to India, to Hyderabad, which was very impressive to me. Especially I learned that maybe if I want to do the internationalization, which I was planning initially already, that's also why my startup name is an English name and not a German startup name. So what I learned is that I really need to maybe make collaborations, let's say also with Indians, that I ship, for example, the software hardware, which I'm building my own, and then a local partner builds the rack, and because it makes no sense to ship the rack, let's say, to, for example, in this case, to India. This is really one of the largest outcome out of this travel, and yeah, in total, I was also impressed of India, especially in Hyderabad. There's this tea hub where like 2,000 startups are located in one building. I looked up in the morning. I mean, in Baden-Württemberg, we have around 2,000 startups, so in the whole state of Baden-Württemberg. So this was also really impressive how India is pushing into startups and yeah, help them to grow.
So thank you. So that is the challenge, to push the startups, and you need their networks and partners in the local regional ecosystem. I come now up to India, to Hyderabad. Shanavas Shan Sheikh, he represents the Impact Hub Hyderabad. He's an impact maker with more than 2 decades of international management and cross-continental leadership experience, and in ecosystems development. So a real friend of Karlsruhe. And the question goes to you. What challenges does the first impact hub in India, that is in Hyderabad, face, and what can support sustainable startups today and in the future?
Yeah, thank you, Ralph and TV9 team for giving this opportunity to share the space with impact makers, entrepreneurs. So it's most of you may be knowing, or some of you may be knowing, what is an impact hub. I'll just take a brief explain you. So Impact Hub is a network of, it's a community of impact makers, as Rolf has already indicated, right? So it's a global organization. We have got 500,000 plus impact makers. It's there in 120 hubs across the continents, like say in 70 plus countries it is there. So then we started this particular impact hub in Hyderabad, in India. This is the first impact hub. And of course, there are many challenges as a startup. So I can name them many, but I would try to focus only on 3 of them. So one is, first of all, establishing the partnership, yeah, growing the ecosystem. Yeah, so you know, like entrepreneurship is the word, is the buzzword. We need entrepreneurs. In fact, our planet needs more impact makers, more entrepreneurs, more collaboration, more innovation. So that's how we started off there. The first challenge was establishing these partnerships. So we had locally, again, it was mentioned, T-Hub as the largest incubator hub there. That's why we chose Hyderabad, because it has got a lot of ecosystem there. So forming the partnership was a challenge, and now we have got, like, in fact, the beauty of the Impact Hub is also we have the global partnerships already, but now setting up the local partnership, that was a challenge, yeah. And then next challenge was finding the right people with the right mindset. So finding your impact makers. So as of now, we are fortunate, we are a team of 10 impact makers based in Hyderabad. So all working towards it. That was another challenge. And of course, the third challenge is also like funding, yeah. So in India especially, you may be knowing, there's a huge startup ecosystem, but impact makers are very few. So when I say impact makers, I personally believe in the 3P concept, which is people, profit, and planet. So these Impact Hub, they focus on all these 3 things. So that's why finding those investments, the impact investments, that was also a challenge. But meanwhile, we have come across to these things. So these are the 3 things. And coming back to the next part of your question, Rolf, what we can bring to the sustainable startups. So that is exactly, we offer them the global space. So that means from the day one, you get access to the international market, you get access to the international funds, you get access to the international mentorship. This is what, and it's a, as I mentioned, Impact Hub is a global network of 500,000 impact makers. Yeah, that's what we bring. And here you can see the live example. Unbox is there, Only Greens is there. Unbox, which is again from Hyderabad. So they are part of the Impact Hub Hyderabad, and we brought them here.
Okay, thank you. So I come back to Karlsruhe, because the direct partner bridging is the Impact Hub Karlsruhe. And Markus Besch, he's the co-founder of this initiative run in Karlsruhe. He's a very experienced international management and entrepreneur that when I have a question, I will ask him about United States, what else, digitalization. So Markus, you came up with this idea of starting this Indo-Karlsruhe Startup Accelerator. And what are the experience you can summarize for us?
Thank you to be here. So my name is Markus. I'm reaching 40 years now in global experience about business development mostly. Since 2013, I really come into sustainable business and learned about Impact Hub. And I invited the Impact Hub here close by in Bad Cannstatt in Stuttgart here. That was my coming by with all of these things that you already heard from Sean. And as I have these 40 years of working with startups anywhere in the world, I'm a little bit experienced in that, and I come by in our very good relationship with Karlsruhe and mention that we can offer a startup accelerator program, especially for sustainable startups. So, because India is mostly known in Germany as a tech hub, a lot of IT. My background is digital IT. I know that, and I'm really surprised what I saw when we do it. So you have in India so many sustainable startups in any kind of industry. We take with us these 2 of them, so like agriculture, like education and art, And we take another one with agriculture, and we take another one on food with me. And I was not so sure what I find when we are going to Hyderabad. And I was very impressed, so very honored and very impressed about your development of India, what I saw. So there is a lot of potential, and I'm very happy that we go forward with next batch, and that will be 10 times bigger than before.
Thank you, Markus. Looking to the time, I open the final round of the questions, and that starts in the reverse order. So, Markus, you are my. You have to answer me another question. Here and now, we have the stage set up for German and Indian decision makers. A lot has been spoken in the morning about how to support, and there comes input from business, science, research, society, and politics. What decisions help you as impact hubs worldwide to assist companies such as Only Greens or Unbox with their experiences? And the stage is yours to tell and invite.
The thing what I can say is really learn about this Impact Hub network. ImpactHub.net is the web address what you should address. You learn about the largest network in the world about sustainable business. As already said by Sean, this is impressive. We are like McDonald's all over the globe, but focused on social entrepreneurship. So anywhere in the world, we share the same values. Anywhere in the world, we work for people, for planet, and we do it for profit because anybody has in the end paid a bill. And we see all industries in there, and you can't imagine if you're coming from Germany. That's my impression. Because we do business more and more like a classical business, and we know a lot about sustainable business, and especially in Baden-Württemberg, we find a lot of companies that have the right mindset doing these all over the time. But there is a lot of potential to go by. And we worked with the startups on that. Where are the reasons to do it more on a sustainable way than on a classical business way? And we have very few of them, accelerators, that are focused on these things, that are training these startups, that you can do the same, like if you do it on a classical way, which is more oriented on having a good exit in a very short time. But you can do it on a sustainable way too. Thank you.
So the next question goes to Sean. Impact Hub Hyderabad, you're one and are, I think, even actual in a growing phase, not in a startup, in a growing phase, moving towards to expansion phase, so like a startup. But what goals has Hyderabad set itself with its vibrant startup ecosystem?
Yeah, thanks, Marcus. That's a big ask. I would say, like, we have got a lot of goals, but again, we have split it into short term, mid term, and long term. So the short term is we wanted to really grow the ecosystem. So we wanted to do this. We call it as a trans-local programs, like the one what we have done it, like the Karlsruhe and India Accelerator Exchange program. That we wanted to do many cohorts. The first cohort was done, and such programs we wanted to do it, where we wanted to connect the local and the global. Yeah, these both ecosystems, and especially in the sustainability phase. And in fact, actually, I would say that India Board, the initiative which has been started by Karlsruhe also, that's a very good one because focused on the SMEs and entrepreneurs. And in fact, we have got already like a couple of companies which are there in the lineup. Like say, for example, in the charging space, like there's an Indian company called EVQ Point, which is really developing chargers for the 2-wheelers, 3-wheelers, the charging stations and all. So like that, we have got identified both from German side and the Indian side. So we wanted to have these exchange programs. So that's a short-term goal. And the mid-term is we wanted to be the go-to community for the impact makers. And then we wanted to spread across 2-3 locations within Hyderabad during the geography. And the long term is we wanted to spread across India, yeah, with multiple locations and spread the impact makers community. This is the USP, and India needs an impact makers, and it should be the India development growth phase should be tied up to this sustainable part.
Okay, Sven, you're the next. And I think it's to get on the road of success with your product as a technology company and a startup. Can experience gained through international exchange. Is that possible? What is your opinion, and what makes you look forward to your next steps as Only Green?
Thank you for the question. I think definitely the trip to India was very valuable in case of, let's say, if my product, what I developed for Germany, has really a market fit also in India or in other countries. That was a bit questioned on that trip. Like I think Marco said, we also, or I don't know if someone said it already, but one of the startups in Hyderabad was also doing vertical farming. And I found out with talking to him that he has completely different needs in the end. I mean, for example, I have a lot of automatization, and he told me he doesn't need it so much because he has cheap labor who can water the plants, and so the automatic watering system was cool, but for him, but not really needed. So I would not really hit a pain point for him with this function, for example. And this, of course, made me question that I need to, maybe even for each country where I want to sell my product later on, I need to look deeply what is the need and what is the product market fit.
Thank you. So Anuradha, last question to you as the startup representative. Unbox, I think, is a successful company already in the Indian market. You already found the first clients and going forward. But now looking to the audience, what would you like to share with us all, requirements or help, support you can need maybe in the future?
Yes, thank you for the question. Unbox is a support for all kind of people. It's like a school. The kids can develop our own creativity and they can learn. And as an old age, they can connect with some cultural tips or some as a group creativity, and they can share each other. And as entrepreneurs and all normal people, they can get on like a path, like as an startup. We are learning every day on every step, like finding a brand, finding a color brand, means coloring and designing everything. And Unbox is a help for the special for the startups. They can find own like its own design through innovative design, through the creativity, through the new idea. Yeah. So,
thank you.
So and we are, and I said is Unbox is all kind of people and open to collaborate with all. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. So last question of the panel goes to the Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Mr. President Volker Hasbagen. How important do you consider internationalization to be, even as a very successful entrepreneur himself, particularly with regard to the export-oriented technology region, and what makes young companies stronger and more resilient?
More than 55% of our members are export-oriented. So the world is global. There is no borders anymore for products, and especially not for all the things we discussed already. So we have to mix up the talents. India is a big focus for Karlsruhe. Karlsruhe is a hub for India. And so we are very happy to work together, and working together makes everything more resilient, to answer up to your question. So startups can rely on a wonderful mindset in my home country, and also they will find everything they need for to develop and to grow on a profit way.
So thank you very much. I have to thank all the panelists for their input. I have to thank you as an audience for looking forward. Maybe one thing I should give you with me is that I think we should not only talk about the startups, we did already, we should have them here and make happen that they have the success. Everybody is invited from the Indian side and the Karlsruhe, Germany side. So thank you once again and have a good time. Namaste.
Thank you so much, Ralph. You were an amazing moderator. I would request everyone to please kindly stay with me here on stage, and I would like to invite Vikram, CEO South, TV9 Network, and also Simon for the shawl presentation.